Last win.
I got to tell you, I've been really impressed watching this team, and specifically the offense now during this win streak. And the biggest thing has been the running back and their ability toting the football. Physical, they're able to stay ahead of the sticks. Defenses just get worn down because of this guy and his physical style running the football, and I expect to see a little bit of that again today.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a 1st down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Got 3 on 1st down and 2nd and 7. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, he puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Might have a chance. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Calls his own number. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They're trying to eat up some clock here. 9th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the back. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
And they'll get the ball back, stopping him short of the 1st down. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Running inside, it's Jackson. Rumbles ahead for 6 and all the way out to the 16. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Say it. Fires to the big fella. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Off the RPO, complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And all Offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Complete.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Again, it's Sayin. Got it. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. First play of the period will be a second down. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Zings it complete to the right. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on third down. Sayin trying to be heard above the noise. Makes a catch at the 20. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And the Buckeyes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for room, it's Jackson. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Reads it, fires complete. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The Buckeyes started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Tries to do it himself on the draw. Defenders everywhere as he has stopped for a loss of 5. They've held this ball forever, driven it deep, now facing a third and goal. Unleashes to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. It's fourth down and they'll try the field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. They're looking for any type of offense to try to... Oh, he's got some space.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice his safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
Right back to the well. This time the defense was ready and they stop him in his tracks. The Hawkeyes are facing third and inches. They'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. Third down in inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Pulls it and fires to the left. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw. He had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
And watch Watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Hand off, Moulton running left. Tried to find a seam for more, but a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. To the ground to try to move the chains.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa!
Hey, he's got that bayou speed, like I run bayou. You can call it whatever route you want to call it, but does a nice job winning at the line of scrimmage, getting behind the DB, runs, catches it right in the end zone. Big play for this offense. Nice throw, nice catch.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Here's Sayin to throw. Makes the grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Moulton. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Pulls and fires complete to the right. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw it again. Just a short pass to the tight end. Could not make his way to the corner. The Hawkeyes call a timeout. It's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. He's got the back in the middle. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Under fire. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Throwing, say it. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. It's complete to the left. Ohio State calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got rid of it just in time.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Finds his big tight end. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. So now on comes the field goal unit. Absolutely center cut. That brings them to within one.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
On the move from inside his 5. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. The Buckeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Jones. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He wants to change this route. Kamari again. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the...
Makes a grab and room to run. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Here's a gift to Malton. Makes it past the marker. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
On the move, it's Phillips. Just ran over it. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Handoff for Malton. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. They'll try to run for it. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And there's no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can create holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick, but the physical ground.
There's a crease. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The running back has it. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. We've come to the break, and Iowa has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Long drive here. Play number 12 coming up for this offense. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Pulls and fires complete. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Now here's Sayed. Got the quick pass. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Makes the catch and he's free. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Sayed. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
Punts it out of the air. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Tries to get it on the ground. And he's not even going to come close to the marker on 4th down.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Going to the stiff arm to create a little breathing room as he gets it out to the 12. This could be the biggest play of the game so far. 3rd down and 2. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Ohio State calls its 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. A terrific play to keep him from getting to the chains and forcing the turnover on downs.
Well, the defense is smelling.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. 1st down in the red zone, and this crowd imploring its defense to stand firm. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gap.
Touchdown, Ohio State! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space in the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the fourth quarter.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Motion from the wideout. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And it's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. And now after losing the fumble, there is an injured man on the field. Here comes the biggest drive for the defense, desperate to get a stop. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. I'm not sure he knew he had the face mask there, tried to let it go in time, but couldn't. It's a penalty on the defense. Handoff to the single running back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. High ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Oh, looked upfield too soon and dropped the football, and it'll be 3rd down.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, when the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. That gives them a 16-10 lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Takes the easy completion. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation. A beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. And he just held on to the football too long, and the defense rode him out of bounds and forced the loss. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Here's a heat. They're setting up the screen. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down. Offense takes a timeout, 27 seconds left. Deep into the 4th quarter of this game, down by 6. They'll have to go for it on 4th down. Throws for the tight end. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked